I just do this. You said that. What are you doing back there? It ain't like you got a job. Dude, when you said that kind of rubbed me the wrong way because okay. It's like, damn, I look back here and look my asshole. She's brought more tobacco. Should have brought more tobacco. Yeah, that's a lot. Pretty damn windy. What's up? What's up? Live. Welcome to Camper with Keith. Picked a of a windy day to go camping. Rained earlier, at least the sun's out now. Found this little camping spot. Cut down some weeds and stuff now. I got a view at least. At least I got all my work done. I can go play. No, I can play. Or at least relax. Got here, got all my work done, got all my wood sorted. Should have enough to keep me going for the whole night. I'll take off tomorrow some point in time. Probably sometime afternoon I'll head home. Go see my new kitty cat. Oh, the cat's starting to better warm up that little kitty, man. He's a crazy little son of a bitch, but all kittens are in the very beginning. Little son of a bitch is into everything. But he looks so cute, I can't even get mad at him. Shut off my power strip yesterday. It's like I didn't have no Wi-Fi. I don't even know how long I didn't have Wi-Fi. I was watching everything on my phone, so my phone doesn't need Wi-Fi. I use Wi-Fi at home, but I got unlimited data, so I can just watch whatever I want. And I wouldn't notice the Wi-Fi. I just happened to look up and see my power boxes were both shut off. It's like, ooh, you little crap. So somebody stepped on my power strip button. So I have to tape that button down so when he walks back there, he doesn't step on it. Shut everything off. Luckily, I got other cats. I mean, he's really good with other animals, especially cats. And that little kitten warmed up to him like it's his dad or his brother. He's just been watching me interact with him. Got curious, and now the little cat's wanting to do everything the big cat's doing. After I lost my kitty, I had him for 20 years in my life. He was a special especially, you know, my family lost him. It really hurt. I was pretty down for like 2, 3 months, man. I just wasn't the same, but I mean, it that hurt. But now I got a little kitty, it's the same color. I named him the same name, Shadow Junior, all black. I like black cats and orange cats. But then I got a big ass tabby cat. He's cool as shit. He's got really nice markings on him. Vet says they think he's part has bobcat in him. I would think that he would have a short tail or something like that. I mean, his whiskers are super, super, super long. He's just a giant cat. And I've never had a cat that big. He weighs between like 15 and 20 pounds. He's a big ass cat. It's not like I don't think he eats all the time. He's just a big ass, you know. So what's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Camping with Keith Live Edition. Chilling here on a Saturday afternoon. About 4:30. We make me some hamburgers later on for scupper. Hey yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Probably it's hard to read the little print on my phone, but I see somebody say what's up. So hello, everybody. So the place I go camping back in the woods, I found this little spot and I cut down a bunch of weeds. So now I got a nice little area I can go camping. I might come back here a couple more times. It's not too bad. Once all these weeds grow in, it's crazy. This woods is so dense, you'd think it's impossible to see, but then in the fall and the winter, all this stuff dies off, and you can just see for miles and miles, and you realize all these places you thought were real far apart from each other, they're really not. It's like 15.5 acres back here. Yeah, I usually come back here, get something to do. I had problems with my neighbors for a while, and then I just figured I'd come out here to get away from them, and just kind of turn into a once or twice a week I come out here, even during the winter time. I've had some good times in the wintertime out here. It's beautiful. Cold as hell. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty rough. You can prepare for it. It's not too bad. You gotta get them hand warmers. Those are essential if you're gonna spend any time outdoors, for sure. Yeah, it's like my little slice of heaven, my home away from home. Helps me clear my mind out. You know, you don't have any outside interference or people yelling and screaming or stereos up loud, or my neighbors are cool. I'm not gonna lie, they're good people. They wouldn't steal from you. They won't lie, that kind of shit. But they're just kind of loud. I mean, I'm not the quietest person in the world, but I mean, they're always loud at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I don't like that shit when I'm trying to sleep. It's like I get woke up or I am kept up. It kind of pisses me off a little bit, but we all have different schedules, and I respect that. But damn, sometimes it's just like I'm so glad to get out here and get away from everything. One thing I miss is my animals coming out here and playing video games. That's the other thing. I'm gonna start bringing my Switch out here. I'm just so worried about messing it up. I already broke a 3DS out here. Fucking $300 some 3DS. It so pisses me off. Thinking about trying to repair the screen on it. It doesn't look that hard, but I've never made those kind of repairs on a game system. Yeah, it's time. It's tough to get away from everything if you got a lot going on. I don't have no girlfriend right now or kids or any of that kind of shit, so I'm just kind of like on my own, sitting around in my free time all the time at home. It just kind of like gets boring. I usually come out here and I have a good time. Get out here about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and then I'd leave the next day. Sometimes I don't even leave till 7 or 8 o'clock at night. The next night, just depends on how nice of a night I'm having. I don't know. I play a lot of retro games. First-person shooters, I'd say, is probably one of my favorite. And then third-person shooters. I mean, there's so many of those types of games. Always like Doom. I've always kind of been like a Doom kind of guy. Every time I get excited for a new game, it's like, man, it's like I start playing it. I'm like, man, this shit's fucking not as good as what I thought it was gonna be. That High on Life, man, I started playing part two, and it's like there were so many bugs with that game. I couldn't even. I mean, it was shit. Just wasn't making sense. I'd go to an area and it was like super super dark. Like I was like, is this lighting supposed to be like this? But then I started seeing there was a bunch of hello, John Johnson. Welcome. Yeah, there were some bugs with that game when it came out. I don't understand why they release these games basically unfinished and then work on it as people play it. Ryard. Yeah, I like a lot of retro games. I've been playing a lot of retro games, a lot of Super Nintendo shit and Genesis, old arcade games. Shit, I'm a 51-year-old man. I've been playing games since before the Atari was out. So I've been playing games for a long time. I just wish I would have kept all my shits from when I was a kid. I'd have triple digit money right now. Some of them games I had, like Panzer Dragoon Saga, that thing's worth, I think, over $1,000. And I paid like it was $50 for it. Sold it for 300, so I thought it was I did a good deal, did pretty good, which actually I did. It's like 6 times as much money as what I paid for it, but now what it's worth is it's just, man, it just breaks my heart. Some of the stuff I've gotten rid of just because I've gotten bored or wanted to get something different. And you get older and you think like, man, all these things that were actually just should you hung on to as far as like, I don't know, shit growing up as a kid. Yeah, just back in the day, man, you buy a video game, it was done. There was no fix. It was, you get it on a cartridge or a disc or something like that, and there was no updates. Now it seems like no matter what, every time you turn around, there's an update to something, update to your game, update to your system. And it's like, God. Hell, nowadays, you really don't even own stuff that you think you own, especially like the Switch and key card deals. It's like it's basically just a code. I remember doing the same thing with regular Switch games. I mean, you'd buy it and it'd say downloadable game or something because you basically have a little bit on the cartridge and the rest is just like you download it. It's like, hell, I mean, downloading games like 80, 90, over 100 gigs. I got 1 terabyte on my Xbox Series X. It's like, God, it's a run of a game. I could put like 10 games if they were really like big games on there. And my whole damn system would be filled up. And then if you want to buy an expansion pack or memory card, I think it is, it's like over $200 just to get I think it's a 2 terabyte one. So I just said, fuck it. I was using my Game Pass, playing a lot of Game Pass, but then it started like, there's not a lot of games on there I really play. I mean, I like trying out new shit, but there's a lot of stuff on there that I just don't have any interest playing. So for almost 2 months now, I haven't even bought or got Game Pass. I've always been an Xbox gamer, but man, it's like after this generation, I almost have buyer's remorse for should have got a PlayStation 5. I never thought I'd ever say that. I don't know if I'll buy in the next generation of game systems or not. The new Xbox, which I don't even know if they'll make a new Xbox, and the new PlayStation. I just waiting for the new, like the next best thing. Like I know virtual reality is supposed to be cool. I haven't played any virtual reality games yet. I thought that would be the pinnacle of gaming. It's just like it seems like it's almost like a fad. Something comes out that's real cool and stuff. They talk about it, and it's just like you don't hear nothing else about it. So I was thinking about getting into virtual reality, but it's like every time I was it Oculus, I think it was the name of the one, but it's like they're on the third generation now, third or fourth generation. Yeah, it's what I've been doing my whole life, just going with the flow. Keeps my ass out of trouble. Going with the flow is like seems like a simple term, but if you really think about it, it just makes a lot of sense. A lot of situations in life, you just go with the flow, you'll do a lot better than trying to fight it. Can't wait to get my fire going, but I ain't gonna get a fire going until dark time. I won't need one. I'm gonna burn up all this damn wood by tomorrow. I got a semi-busy week after I get out of here. That type of stuff. Yeah, I could probably imagine what you're talking about. That's crazy. People are actually doing that. I'm pretty sure you're talking about porn. I just couldn't. That's just. Oh my god. That's. I would think it's just as low as you could go. It's like that's like I don't even know how somebody could just sit there and do that kind of shit and waste their life away. I mean, I understand in games there's like AI and there's people that walk around just talking. You can go talk, have a conversation with them and shit. But just to find something to have sex with at a video game, that's just crazy. I don't know how that even work. I need a real woman to make me fucking happy. Shit. Don't need no digital titties. That'd be terrible if a kid got a hold of something like that. Oh my god. You know, I think I've watched a couple little bits where girls are on that shit and they're acting like they're doing stuff. And so, yeah, I think a couple times I have seen a couple little videos of that. That's fucking weird. Yeah, some digital titties. I remember the first time I seen it was I seen it titties back in old Nintendo games. You catch them just here and there. It wasn't like it was that's glorified, but there was a game called BMX Triple X that came out back on the original Xbox, and I think it was PlayStation 2. And it was sponsored by Scores nightclub. It was like you could just drive around with naked girls and you rewards. We'd go to a strip club and you'd get to see a girl. You know, you'd do better and you'd get to see more of the girl naked. And the first time I seen coochie, I'm like, holy shit! In a video game, just showing a girl naked dancing around with her hoochie coochie hanging out. And I was like, God damn, man, we're just advancing in games to a point where it's now parents have to pay attention to what the kids are playing. You get a game that sounds all innocent and stuff, and your kid starts playing it and starts cussing or saying weird shit from the game. It's like, where are you getting this from? Oh, I got that from the new game you got me, Dad. Thanks. You son of a bitch. I've played a lot of video games over my lifetime. Holy shit. I don't know if I'd want those hours back so I could do something else with my life. I've actually enjoyed playing video games, and when you're a little kid playing games or something like that, you don't have parents telling you how the proud they are of you and shit. You play a game and you beat it, it makes you feel so good. I beat so many games as a kid back on the Nintendo that were ridiculously hard, like Ghosts and Goblins. Oh my god, that game was a nightmare on Nintendo, the old Nintendo. I'm trying to think of a few other ones that were just. I just remember renting games and beating them the same night and then taking them back and get something new the next night and try out games and see if you like them or not. Try before you buy. Like hearing all the birds chirping and stuff. Hopefully, I can hear some frogs and stuff where I'm at here. We're like kind of a marshy area. I might hear some froggies tonight, some peepers. Oh, that's wacky. You change your gender in a video game. Just I don't know. It's been going on for a long time, but a VR game like that, that'd be a little. You got some issues. You doing stuff like that. You stay away from people like that. Shit. Don't know what's going on in them people's head. Different strokes for different folks, I guess. I'm not gonna judge. Not sure as how I can participate either. Yeah, VR, it was Resident Evil 4. I think that looked cool. I remember when that came out there, a lot of people were digging that. Something like that would actually probably be fun to play over or Resident Evil. Yeah, it's nothing like what it used to be as kids. I don't know how old you are. It just this whole generation in general. It's not just either a video game thing. It's just in life in general. They're just so fucked. They're not prepared for life. I mean, adults, just full grown adults, are just not prepared for life in any way. Most of them still live at home and or live in some little fantasy world where they got an extra income coming in and think it'll last forever. And then before you know it, the rug's pulled out and you're fucking flat ass broke. Don't know what to do. No skills outside of doing shit on YouTube or something like that. I've never made a buck on YouTube. Never really tried. Just kind of started posting videos and getting online and stuff and doing shit here and there. It's just when I started camping, I wanted something to remember all the times I've came out here by. So I started posting videos and I started getting subscribers and I met some cool people and shit too. A couple of cats from here in town and other people from out of state. Met some cool folks. So as long as people dig my content, I'll keep putting it out there. I don't like sell myself out by acting like a fool, trying to get likes and donations and just all that shit. I will refuse to act like an idiot because I see some people doing some ridiculous shit on YouTube just to try to make a few bucks, e-begging like crazy, and I've had a lot of problems in life financially, but I never thought about going on YouTube and begging people for fucking money. People don't even know. I always had to just figure shit out on my own as growing up. That's what I was taught. You just gotta figure it out on your own. You gotta blame a lot of this generation is their parents too that didn't want to get involved in raising your children. Either they'll bother or let their kids be raised by the internet. So I think that's one of the worst things. Let your kid be raised by the internet. Yeah, it's like I said, I don't judge kids. I don't judge people, I don't know how they've been raised, that kind of shit. I just know my generation, I'm 51, it's just, it was so different. We didn't have all this shit growing up, like the internet, and we still had video games, but it wasn't like, I think when the internet came out, it was just, we were done as a species. I think the internet was, I mean, it was great. It's a tool for information and shit, but it's also, man, it's ruined so many people's lives. People say the wrong shit or they do something online that they shouldn't, and then the next thing you know, they're fucking cooked for the rest of their life. Their image has been tarnished by one word or sentence that you said that you regretted saying. Because it's like, man, back when there was no internet, it was just so. I mean, you'd go outside and hang out and with your buddies and shit, ride bikes, make forts, just do shit. And now it's like kids don't know anything about that stuff. It's almost kind of sad. It's like they missed out on a lot, but just I just wish people would get this like some kind of a skill. That way, if the world went to shit, they wouldn't be like worthless. I did well. I graduated at the top of my class in welding, so I could get back into that if the world went to shit and I had to do something. I did carpet installation for about 12 years. I worked as a plumber, did drywall, did a lot of shit. Just working at a steel plant was probably the coolest job I had. Working as a delivery guy, I did a lot of stuff. I mean, it's a great information tool. You can, I mean, if I want to know what something is or get information on it, I mean, just Google. Without Google or the internet, you'd just be like either hearing stuff by rumors or reading something in a paper or a book or something like that. But now it's just the information just flows. It's a lightning speed. No matter what you want to know, it's on the internet. Yeah, just I felt like growing up, I wanted to figure out what I would like. When I graduated at the top of my class in welding, I was really good, but I did not like welding. It's just, I don't know. It was really good money. I should have got into it because I would have made a lot of money compared to what I did eventually make up or make. It's like nowadays, it's just fuck minimum wage is more than my top dollar that I was making when I was working as a carpet installer's helper. I was making about $10, $11, $12 an hour. Just that was my regular pay, but then we'd have side jobs where I'd make in a night like $200-300, and those nights were just, I loved those nights. But you had to work like nonstop for almost 12 hours straight. I mean, there was like no breaks or nothing. So I did a lot of back breaking jobs. That's why my back's just almost destroyed at this point. But yeah, I did a lot of different shit. I think the last job I had, I worked at a dry cleaners. I just wanted something simple towards the end where I could tell my body was starting to wear out. So I just tried to find something I could do as long as I could. And that was until my knee went out and I had to get surgery. And then I had issues with neuropathy on my left leg. So it's like I couldn't work anymore. So unfortunately, I'm stuck in this rut of life that it's just like, I try to do the best I can with what I got, and that's all I can do. Try to live a simple life, not get too complicated, and just try to stay on top of things so you don't have to worry about or stress out about bills and shit. I always pay every one of my bills when I get paid. I get a little money per month, but it's enough I pay my bills and a little bit extra. But it's like the first day I get paid, I go pay all my bills. I make sure every one of my bills is paid that day, if not the next, and then I have nothing to worry about. I'm worry about dumb as shit, so I always try to take care of everything before it gets to that point. Yeah, I usually go live around, I don't know, 9ish. Usually go live at night around supper time or around nighttime. I usually go online for about an hour and hang out with people. The live's usually a bit more busy than what it is tonight, but I mean, it's all good. I'd rather have somebody cool in my live just bullshitting with them than 50 trolls. I ain't gonna lie, I got it. Where the hell's my bag? There it is. I'm not gonna lie, but I have fun trolling a little bit here and there because I got a couple YouTube channels that are just off the hook. I mean, it makes me just laugh out loud. Some of the shit people, these trolls say, these lives, it just they're so creative. But it's just some of these lives are just like some of these lives are just kind of mean. Some of the stuff people say, I just kind of sit back and listen to what they're saying. It's like, oh man, I don't know why they so mean to people. People they don't even know. But like I said, I troll sometimes, so I guess I'm kind of being a hypocrite by saying that. But I've had a couple come into my life. I let them say what they want to say. It starts to get to be too negative and shit like that. My channel is more about positivity. It's not. I don't usually do the negative shit. I don't talk a whole lot about politics, religion, all that kind of shit because people get so butthurt about it. You can't have a different opinion from somebody nowadays. If somebody thinks differently than you, they're wrong. You know, you all of a sudden they're the bad guys. I don't look at life like that. We all make different decisions that go different routes, and we all have different beliefs. But just I don't know. I just wish we all could just like sit down and just level things out and say, hey man, we're all different. Just can't we just get along on this planet? It's a big planet, plenty of room for everybody. Oh yeah, there's a lot of toxic people out there. Pray to God you don't ever get married to one, a toxic woman or something like that. Oh my God, it'll make your life a living hell. Shit, when I get done my life, I'm gonna eat me a big old piece of watermelon. I forgot I bought that from the store. I got out here. Eat that before tonight. Probably just take it home with me tomorrow. It's not gonna like it's gonna go bad. Hey man, what's up? What be going on, man? You know, I like conversations where everybody's like has different opinions and shit. It makes the conversation a little more interesting. Everybody's just talking about the same damn shit. I remember when Democrats and Republicans would get along, it wasn't even like it is nowadays. It's like, holy shit. Fucking Democrats hate Republicans. Republicans don't even give a shit. They just don't get it. And it's just like, they kind of like, I don't know, sometimes it seems like they just sit on the sideline while the Democrats just act up. You don't hear the right wing people just acting, going out and terrorizing cities and shit. And it's just mobs of people. And everybody's stealing shit nowadays, too, shoplifting. But yeah, it's like I welcome people with difference in opinions. Makes our conversation a little more interesting and shit. But I just try to keep it positive on this channel and shit. It usually attracts some decent people to hang out with in here. Yeah, it's a big planet. We don't all have to live like next door to each other. So if somebody has a difference in opinion, you don't believe in it, or it even makes you mad, just like smile and say, have a nice day, and walk away. I don't wish no ill will on anybody, even my worst enemies, the people that have just did me wrong in so many ways. I don't wish them bad luck. I don't wish them anything. That rough childhood, man, it was fucking rough. Had a lady that was 25 years old, man. So I was 12 years old, just teaching her how to do my paper out. She did more than teach me how to, or She did more than learn how to do my paper route. I was so fucked up, man. I told my mom when I was like just a couple years ago about what had happened when I was 12 years old. She's like, "Ooh, that 25-year-old lady." I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "She did what to you?" And I'm like, what do you think?" It's like when I got all quiet and bottled up after being an outspoken kid, always talkative. All of a sudden, I'm quiet. I don't want to be touched and shit. Should have picked up on something then at that point, but there's some sick fucking people out there. That's all I know. And that's just those people. I guess I should wish them all the bad luck in the world, but I always was taught if you wish ill will on somebody, it comes back on you 2 times. So I just always try to. What was my mom's reaction? Oh, she was fucking weird. She was just like in awe. I did that paper out when I was 9 years old till I was 12, and it was just like I got to the point where I just didn't want to do it no more. And yeah, but she was 25 and I was 12 years old. I remember she invited me. Got done with the route, went to her house, and we ended up eating lunch and shit. But then she started passing me notes and stuff. And it was just, I think back now, and I was like, how could a 25-year-old lady have any interest in a 12-year-old kid, and you're sending them notes like a child would? And I was just like, fucking, I was so young. I thought it was the coolest shit in the world. I was like, how am I about to get me I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, it was like a badge of honor. Then when I got older, it's like, man, that bitch was sick as shit. I remember I told all my friends, they didn't believe me until I took her. We were walking around on the paper route. My friends were with us, and I grabbed her boobs, and she just giggled. And their eyes got huge. I'm surprised they didn't go home and tell their parents, because I would have shut that shit down real quick. That girl would have went to jail for a long time. But yeah, like I said, there are wicked people out there. I wish there was more people like me too, so I could have more cool people to hang out with. My circle of people is real small. Just trust issues and shit like that. It takes me a while. I get to know somebody and I'm cool. But there's just that phase where I gotta I don't know, get to know somebody, see what they're all about. But I appreciate the compliment. I try to do like I say, the right thing in life. I'm kind of a strong believer in karma. So I just, like I say, I try to stay on the straight and narrow path and not the disrespect people, that kind of shit. I made some homemade fireworks. I don't know if I should light one off now because there's a homeless person that lives not too far from these woods where I'm at. I'm doing Kleenex. Yeah, there's a homeless person in the woods back here. They're going to hear me tonight because I got like 3 M80s and I got a couple mortar shells to shoot off. You seem pretty cool. Subscribe to my channel. I usually go live when I'm camping around 8, 9 o'clock at night. Hang out for about an hour or so and shit, shoot the breeze. I usually like camping videos. That's kind of like my thing. I mean, in the very beginning, it was kind of a little different. Like, I think the first 3 videos on my channel is like a dead dude. That's buried way at the bottom. Like I said, it was one of the first few videos I posted on here was the dead person I found in my backyard. That was a wonderful day, let me tell you that. I want no part of that calling 911 shit about the dead person in the backyard. I took something out to the dumpster and I thought I seen a pile of clothes in our backyard, and I needed glasses. I had a hard time focusing on shit that was not like real close, and I looked a little closer and I walked up to it and I realized it's a person. And I'm like, hey bro, hey, you gotta go, man, you're in the wrong fucking backyard. And I'm like, hey, and I kick him and the dude's stiff as a rock. I'm like, oh hell no. I'm like, this dude's dead as fuck. I'm like, oh no. So I go to walk in and this girl's walking out to go to the dumpster. I'm like, I want to go to the dumpster. There's somebody dead in the backyard. And she's like, no, there's not. I'm like, I'm telling you, go in the backyard. There's a dead fucking dude laying in the backyard. She comes in, oh my God, oh my God. So she called 911. And man, they had detectives all over our building. Let me use story, a little brother of my friend. Sorry, I smoke. I try not to do it on camera because if little kids are watching, I don't like to encourage. There should be no little kids watching my shit. I don't know how. I think you said you're in the 20s or something like that, but once in a while, a kid will pop up in my live, and I don't even know how the hell they get there. And there's a lot of times I don't, I feel bad if I kick them out. I'll just restart my live. And I'll just, like I said, there's a couple little kids I've talked to. I'm like, yeah, you're not supposed to be on here. And it was like a kid was like 7 or 8, and he goes, you think you're a 4-year-old should watch your videos? And I was like, hell no. It's like, no, 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 no. Don't want a 4-year-old watching my shit and getting ideas. Yeah, I usually make it 3 or 4 big boomers for my trip out here. Oh, I hear a deer. Oh shit, there's a deer over there. Let's see if we can see it. Because I cleared all this shit up. The deer knows I'm here. I just heard it snorting. Maybe you guys are going to get lucky and see a deer. I don't know if deer come when you got call them like they're a cat or some shit. You're a kitty, kitty, kitty. You're a deery, deery, deery. Deer snort whenever they're mad and they want to come walking through where you're at. They'll just sit and snort and snort. They do this shit at night. See, there was some fresh deer poop over there when I saw that when I first got here. And so I knew deer could definitely come through here. I don't see it. I know I heard it. I think he's probably looking right at me. Sometimes I get lucky. There was a buck that was out here that it was eating one day when I was walking around doing something, and I just froze because usually when they see you, they'll just kind of run off. And it was just eating. I just kind of walked up a little closer, and he'd lift his head up when it's chomping. So I get a little closer and got a little closer, and I just kind of stopped. I was like, I'm not going to invade this thing's privacy, but it didn't run off, and it was the closest I ever got to a deer while it was just kind of doing its thing. Now I've got to my place where I'm going to set up for the night. When I sit all my gear down, I'm just kind of sitting there for a minute, and the deer comes running through here and didn't realize I was here. It stopped like maybe 7 feet, maybe 8 feet from me, and I'm just, my eyes are big, and it just turns around and goes to run off, but it only ran like maybe 8 feet and then just stops and just stares at me. And I was like, oh, I wish I had my camera. I was like, I gotta reach for my camera real slowly, but as soon as it seen me move, it just ran off. But yeah, that deer come running in here. I love the deer, man. Hell, we were on our way out here, and a deer was in the middle of the road and just stops looking at us. And we had to stop the vehicle. And I was like, man, get out of the road, you dumbass. And I'm like, where I go, I wish they were that friendly and didn't mind people or destroying their habitat and all that. It's just sad. They don't have nowhere else to go. So they're just kind of like getting used to people, which is a bad idea. I've ate deer before. I mean, it's like not too bad, depending on how you cook it. I just can't butcher a deer. That's just, I can't do it. I mean, if it was a life or death situation, I could butcher a deer if it was a life and death situation and I had to eat. But I mean, I'd prefer not to. Yeah, there's fucking weird people, man. It's like you can't leave your kids alone with anybody. Even people you've known for years and years, man, you just still got in the back of your mind that you leave them alone for your kids with your kid for a second. You're just like, I hope they don't do so. You know, I don't. Maybe I think about like that because of what happened to me. But I just think kids are the most wonderful thing. I mean, I'd love. I mean, I've got my kids are my cats. I mean, it might sound stupid as shit, but having a kid and watching it grow would be kind of like the same thing as having a baby and watching it grow. And I think that's one of the most coolest thing on this planet is life in general and how it's created from nothing to something. So I feel like we all got like our soul. I don't know how it's connected to our body. It's not. I mean, if you trying to think, if you have a heart transplant from somebody, your soul's not in your heart because if that person died and you got the heart transplant, you would have their soul in your body. I mean, you probably do in general, but you don't like all of a sudden your mind gets taken over by that person that gave you the heart transplant. So I always felt like our soul is in our brain. I think that's where our soul relies, or is at least our conscience is in our brain. That we're on a spiritual level where we exist more than anything. I go off on a tangent sometimes talking about dumb shit. Sometimes I start talking about the dumbest shit. Well, hell, I think I'm gonna get off here for a little bit. I got a couple things I need to do. But I'll be coming back later on the night about 9ish and go live for a little bit. So if you got want to stop by and hang out or something, I'll be here. Thanks for stopping by and hang out. Say subscribe to my channel or something and check out some of my videos if you dig the camping kind of content and shit. If not, just stop by sometime and just hang out. All right, everybody. I want to say thank you if you stopped and liked the video, subscribe to the channel, watched it for a little bit, or even interacted and in the chat. I want to say thank you and I appreciate all the positive comments. And I wish you all well. Have a safe day. Stay safe. Stay blessed. And I'll see you on the flip side. Love, peace, chicken grease. Peace.